Hey, it's the champ Antonio Tarver, man. I'm want to jump right in on the recap, but first, man, I want to just say thank you to the guru, man, Teddy Atlas, man. We commentated the fight last night live on his stream, and it was a wonderful time going back and forth, man. Really pulling out those jewels, man, from the fight. And man, me and Teddy had a blast. So if you haven't gone over, man, check that out. I think he has it on his platform. You know, Teddy Atlas, man. It was a great time to call the fight with him, and what a fight it was, man. With David Benavidez, man, the monster doing what he do, in winning a unanimous decision over very game for a young fighter. David Morrell came in with only 11 fights, but he stood on business, man. You got to take your hat off to that young man, and he was in this fight down the stretch, but it was like I said, man. If you don't run over the Tarver's take before these fights, you're really missing it. To have that true indication and expectation of what's to come. You know, I hit it on the nail right here, man, on this one, because I told you experience would be the key, and I think David Benavidez showed that he had that experience down the stretch. You feel me? To really, stop Morrell right there at the door in those championship rounds. And it was the experience that I think early on, and with him imposing a body attack, which, when a guy tells a guy he's going to come break him down, bust him up, you got to have somewhat of a game plan of execution. And that execution was those devastating body shots early on. Man, every combination was finished with a bang, bang downstairs. And those punches was really catching Morrell off guard. He really had no protection for it. And right around 6, 7, I kind of felt that, Morrell, punches started losing the real effect, they had early on. But both guys gave good as they got, man. And but like I said, that body attack, I think, really wore Morrell down. And, David Benavidez continued to press, continued to have Morrell on the ropes where he landed those effective body shots. But Morrell, man, in the late round, was able to get a knockdown, in which I said he needed something big. But in this knockdown, I didn't think that punch was effective like that. I think it was more David Benavidez looked like he was off balance as David Morrell was throwing. It wasn't one of those shots he was landing, he got caught on the chin or on the temple where, he, lost consciousness or was dazed for a minute. It wasn't that type of knockdown. So that's why Morrell wasn't really able to capitalize. And then, you know what I'm saying, unexpectedly, right at the bell, at the end of that round, Morrell hit David Benavidez after the bell, right after the bell. It was, almost simultaneously, but, the referee decided to take a point. I probably would have gave him a warning because it really did negate that knockdown in which I thought, Morrell needed if he was going to win this fight. And from that knockdown, he could have, built a little momentum and carried him through those last few rounds. But that wasn't to be. David Benavidez held him down, man, held him down with that jab and aggressiveness, and he moves on. And now he wins the opportunity to face another monster in this division. You know what I'm saying? My guy, what's my man name? Beterbiev. I'm sorry, forgive me. Yeah, Beterbiev, and the winner of Bivol, man. So that fight in itself, either one of those guys would make a hell of a matchup against David Benavidez. And right now, I couldn't really tell you. I would have to wait and see how that rematch goes in a month or so. And so then I'll have a better idea of how each one of these guys match up with David Benavidez. But man, we still dreaming about the Benavidez-Canelo fight. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how Canelo felt about, Benavidez's, performance. You feel me? But man, when you look at styles, like I said, I would love to one day, you feel me, break that fight down. You feel me? I think that fight will be exciting. But David Benavidez, he's not waiting on no one. He's really continuing to move his brand in the right direction. And I want to say that how can you not have him very high on that pound for pound list when you look at, level of competition and the guys he's been facing, and to take on these type of challenges, the one that just now, like David Morrell, man, you gotta really look and put him in that, top 5 pound for pound, because it's obvious he's one of the best fighters in the world, bar none. So there you have it, man. You've been listening to Tarver's Take. I appreciate you guys continue to support. And the most informative take in boxing, just remember where you heard it first. Until the next time, stay tapped in, and I'll talk to you then.